The analysis room is down the corridor and through the large doors on the left.
All right.
Which means we're going to go to the right.
That's correct. Yes.
Really? Oh, you're such a doll. Mwah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dan.
And I'm Austin.
And we are here to play games.
In Xenosaga E2 ways.
Yeah, welcome to episode 2 of Xenosaga. We're gonna hop back into second Miltia here. Again, pause on this section if you want to see it. It should be the same story though so far as you saw last time.
Right.
We have been doing the Global Samaritan campaign on second Miltia here. And we've done as much of it as we can before doing a couple of story scenes here. So we're going to go ahead and head over to Jin's house right away. And I think that's up here, yeah. Looks like I think that's his house right here. The Uzuki Residence. Alright, so if you've been wondering about some things about Shion and Jin, let's just say we're about to get some interesting information, so hope you're ready.
I'll get my notes out.
Let's go.
So I can take all the questions.
Wow, chaos! This house is made of wood!
What?
Yeah. And look at that. It's amazing. This place is a bookstore.
Man, this is so antique! It's too bad Guinan isn't here to see this! I knew it.
Knew what?
Hang on, Jin. What is this? I thought you opened a doctor's office.
What's with you? What happened to, "It's good to be back home, big brother"?
Sure, if this were a normal home. What happened here? Don't tell me you got bored and changed professions again. Honestly, you've never kept a job for more than 6 months.
Look, in this day and age, doctors are mostly just conversation partners for the elderly. In other words, counselors. I mean, aside from mental illness, everything can be cured with medicine or nanotechnology. There's nothing left for me to do. So why go to all the trouble of running an expensive medical practice just to chat with people? I can do that in any business. And if I can sell some stuff, that'd be just a bonus.
Oh, please. You just wanted to use your hobby to cut yourself a tax break. As if you actually invested much in your medical practice anyway. And what's up with these mountains of books? There is no way these were any less expensive. Where in the world did you get them all anyway?
Half of them have been resting in grandfather's storage for years. I'm sure you at least looked through them when you were a child. The rest are from customers. There are a lot of people with obscure tastes around here, you know. Building a collection is easier than you think. Now, shouldn't we attend to our guests?
What? Oh. I was so shocked at what you've done that I completely forgot. Chaos? Junior, come on and What are you doing?
I thought I'd go ahead and get these.
The music is so good here.
Oh, thanks, Shion. Come on, Junior. Let's go in.
Come on, what about these?
You can buy all the books you want later. Come on.
No! Let him buy books!
Oh, man. Kindred spirit there. Ooh, books.
Books.
I definitely don't absolutely need more books.
Oh, and as for Pleroma, I went ahead and had it destroyed. I realized that the fortress was named after the immigration ship from Earth. However, we simply can't let something tainted by the Federation just float around out there. It's not a good policy. I suppose next time I could consider your feelings before eliminating such an historical relic.
Don't be absurd, Sellers. Our current patriarch chose that name in his madness. As for my feelings, I couldn't possibly care less.
The Patriarch's madness? That sounds like something you'd say.
Margulis, what do you need?
Pellegrini. Soon Albedo will break old Miltia's seal. And the Patriarch will order the immigrant fleet to begin its invasion. All of this in order to secure the original Zohar.
And do you want me to act as point?
No. You will operate on your own. The Commander and I both desire this of you. Don't forget to tell Richard and Herman. You three had better not fail me again.
Yes, sir.
Ominous villains doing things.
You call them sellers?
Sellers, yeah.
And so, you're saying you want to help them?
Yes.
I can't condone that. It sounds to me like they're a couple of skilled professionals. It would be foolish for an amateur like you to get involved.
An amateur? I've already made a difference, right?
Anyway, get some rest. Tomorrow we'll go pay our respects to Mother and Father.
Wait a minute, Jin. Not this again. I've already told you I'm not going to their graves. No, I absolutely refuse.
You're still their daughter.
Having
Since you're
trouble
here,
processing
you
your
should
grief
at least
there?
put flowers on their graves out of respect.
Just stop it. I can't believe we're talking about this again. Mom and Dad aren't even in those graves. You know just as well as I do where they are. Right? You and I were the only ones there that day. And if you had only been there sooner, they'd still be... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to... Either way, I'm still not going to their graves.
Well, I'd better get going. They're probably waiting for me, so
I'm very sorry you had to see that. It's a little embarrassing.
Oh no, don't worry. Are you guys okay?
Oh yes. We're still brother and sister after all.
I'm sorry, but would you mind if I stayed here tonight? Of course, I don't want to intrude.
You're not intruding at all. Please, you are welcome. Shion will be delighted you're staying.
Well, it's all right with me. Momo wasn't getting analyzed till tomorrow. Just come by then and we should be okay.
I will, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I like Jin's house. Peaceful
Yeah.
place.
Very traditional.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right?
Sounds peaceful, doesn't it? On nights when I can't sleep, I find it easier to relax here.
It's Shion, isn't it?
Well, yes. It's been 2 years since we've seen each other. I've always thought of her as a child, but she won't... I think she must have gotten that from our grandfather. So, what is it you want to ask me? You've got something on your mind.
Jin. About Utik. Are you still...
Ah, that. 14 years. It's like so long ago, but it feels like it was only yesterday. It seems that fate won't allow me to escape that curse. Or perhaps I brought it upon myself. The human race began its existence as a simple flock of hunters and gatherers. Eventually, we learned to control fire, and from fire, we obtained the power of the blade. Our consciousness constantly changes form in its unending search for the future. When a man finds a guiding light, he runs to it, sometimes forgetting its true nature in the process. Perhaps we humans are like moths, aimlessly flitting around the inviting candlelight, unaware of the outcome that awaits us.
Jin.
I'm sure she's caused you all kinds of problems. I know she's a problem, but please take care of her for me.
It's not like that.
She's not a problem.
I wasn't able to be with her when she needed me most. And now, thanks to that, I still can't let myself get close to her again. I think perhaps... I'm afraid that if I try to get any closer, she might turn me away, shut me out, and cut me off as her brother.
Which is why I'm going on this adventure with you.
Shion talks about you all the time. If you ask me, she doesn't seem like the type of person who'd cut off her family.
She probably adds the phrase, no good, when she talks about me, doesn't she?
Well, sometimes.
You know, it's strange. I feel like I can talk to you about anything, Chaos. It's like you're much older than you look, as if you'd been alive for hundreds of years.
Oh no, I just like to take things easy. Junior makes fun of me for it. He always says, Chaos, you are so slow.
I mean, he hasn't aged a day in 14 years. I think that's pretty indicative of something.
Sorry to keep you.
Oh.
Change your
You
clothes.
look like a different person when you're not in uniform.
Oh. Does it look bad on me?
Oh, not at all. You look great.
Thanks.
Interesting little
You
headpiece.
sure you want to leave without saying goodbye to your brother?
Yeah. We talked yesterday. Honestly, I don't know what I would say if I saw him. You know, I'm sorry I can't be there for Momo's analysis. I've just got a lot going on right now. I can't leave Alan by himself. Plus, I'm worried about Kos-mos too.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. The analysis itself isn't all that problematic. Besides, everyone from the Foundation will be there.
Okay. Wish Momo luck for me.
I kind of miss Shion's
Sure
glasses.
Me too.
See ya.
This is my casual everyday wear.
Mm-hmm.
Looks way more complicated than your everyday office wear.
Indeed.
Momo and the others are waiting. I better get to the UMN Control Center.
You better. Okay, so the control center. It's either that.
Is that not it there?
Let's see. What do we got here? Yeah, okay, this is it. So we'll pop in here.
The Unus Mundus Network.
That's right.
You think those rings are functional or just aesthetic?
Oh no, I think they're functional.
Like giant antenna or something?
You do have to tap into the UMN here.
That's true.
She should be arriving soon.
I'm surprised the
Oh, there we
subcommittee
go. Now she's
specialist
got a
would
new
personally
outfit.
get involved.
Mm-hmm.
The hat's
That's
kind of
just
cute.
how important this is. Not just to the subcommittee, but to her too.
Mommy!
Of course, Ziggy's all like, I'm good the way I am.
Yep.
It's been a while.
You're looking well, as always.
Allow me to thank you on behalf of the entire subcommittee. We're very grateful for your help during the Proto-Merkaba incident.
Oh, Proto Merkaba.
We couldn't have done it without Momo. She was immensely helpful.
I see. Thanks for your support, Momo.
Mommy!
I'd like to organize the data. If
Oh.
you could prepare a room for me, I'd appreciate it.
Gladly.
Momo,
Yes?
once things settle down, it'll be nice if we can live together.
Okay. Didn't expect that.
Momo, that's great.
Uh-huh.
Momo, please come this way.
Okay.
Noticed that R on Junior's jacket, and I wonder if it has to do with Ruby Doe. I wonder if everyone is here already. I better meet up with them.
All right. So now we are chaos for the moment.
Ooh.
Ooh. Let's save down here.
Gotta do stuff. Alright.
Yeah, so I think, Ziggy should be in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
He's in his chair.
Mmm.
He's not functioning at the moment.
Just hanging out in his chair, getting some recharge or something.
Yeah.
Ah, let me out. Okay.
Probably running diagnostics and some other stuff too.
Yeah, probably. And
Billy, your man.
we shall carry on here.
Yeah.
Hey.
The analysis room is down the corridor and through the large doors on the left,
All right.
which means we're going to go to the right.
That's correct. Let's see. Ah, yeah, here's the corridor. Look at all the people here. Oh my god. All right, so we're gonna pop in here.
Doctor, what was that about?
What?
You know, acting nice to Momo all of a sudden?
Did it seem unnatural?
Huh?
I know that Joachim designed that Realian to be stimulated by familial warmth. In that case, fulfilling that need is a necessary part of my job, in order to ensure that the examination proceeds smoothly.
I should have known. You know, pretending to be cold and emotionless is only gonna end up hurting you in the end.
That Realian was created by Joachim. And that frightens me.
Look, I don't know what kind of person Joachim Mizrahi was. I don't even know what he was thinking when he created the 100 series. But still, I made a promise to Sakura.
To Sakura?
So, I'm going to treat Momo like a real girl.
What sort of promise?
She asked me to look after her mother and sister. Please, Doctor, I'd like you to smile again. I'm sure that's what Sakura would want too.
Did I interrupt something?
Nah, nothing like that. Tell me, how's Shion? She alright?
I don't think there's anything to worry about.
There's everything to worry
But
about.
that family does have issues.
To put it mildly.
A complicated relationship, huh? Well, I certainly know what that's like.
I mean, it seems like she blames Jin for the death of her parents, so that's hard to contend with.
Yeah, indeed.
It looks like there's still time before the analysis starts. I wonder what the others are doing. Momo's already in the analysis room getting ready. Ziggy is... I think he said he was going to get maintenance on his body before the analysis starts.
All right, then. So we're going to pop out to the corridor and go into the north room, I believe. Yeah, north door.
It's about time for the analysis of the 100 series prototype to begin. I assume you didn't come here to play around. How about getting ready?
All right, Kanan. Don't be such a jerk all the time.
Looks like a mother brain.
Yeah. Yeah, that room is actually... This whole place is pretty interesting, I feel like. Let's pop back in here for just a second and take a closer look at it. So, yeah. Look at all that.
It's like a neural network of sorts.
Yeah, it looks like a neural network. It's vaguely brain-shaped, but it's all about interconnectedness kind of stuff. Very interesting. Could also, you know, look sort of like space there, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like the purple side is kind of like the UMN regarding, like, space jumps and stuff. Whereas the other side is more about data transfer.
Yep. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Brains
Imaginary.
have left and right brain stuff. It's brain shaped. It's the galaxy brain is what it is.
Fair enough.
All right, we're gonna go check on Ziggy, and then we will finally get over to the room where Momo is getting ready. We gotta pick up Ziggy first, though.
Ziggy, wake up! Quit sleeping.
He's busy sleeping.
Chaos just like slaps him. Hey!
Hey! Get in here. Thought you liked to take it easy, Chaos. Not anymore.
I'm gonna be uptight the entire game.
How do you feel?
Wobbly.
Dr. Mizrahi?
Momo asked me to do it. She said, Mommy, you're a famous scientist, so I bet you know all about cybernetic engineering.
I'd prefer...
I'm not a young woman. Don't let it bother you.
What?
A famous scientist? Perhaps infamous is more appropriate.
You seem to have difficulty dealing with Momo. Why?
Could you love something that looked like your own daughter, but wasn't?
That is a difficult question.
Merely creating something to look like my daughter won't bring back her soul. And with 100 Sears Realians scattered all over this star cluster, they all serve as a constant reminder of her death.
Was it your husband's idea to make the 100 series look like her?
Yes. Do you have any children?
A son. He was a healthy, intelligent boy. I lost him in an accident.
I'm sorry. Is that why you committed suicide?
Yes, it is.
Perhaps I too should have done the same when my daughter died. But instead of grief, my heart was filled with anger towards my husband.
You seem to be a very strong person.
No, I'm just stubborn.
Dr. Mizrahi, this is just an idea, but why don't you imagine you had two daughters?
What do you mean?
One that passed away and one that's still alive.
So you think I should start treating Momo like another daughter, instead of merely a copy of Sakura? You sure know how to pose a difficult challenge.
Momo is her own person, though.
I'll think about it. Well, I'd better go.
Thank you for the maintenance.
You're welcome.
Oh.
All right, you can come in now. I believe I told you eavesdropping wasn't very admirable.
We weren't doing it on purpose. Still, I gotta say it, man. You are full of surprises.
What do you mean? I'm not following what you're saying.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, isn't it about time for Momo's analysis to begin? You can't afford to be standing around here, wasting your time.
Oh, crap. We'd better get back.
It's not exactly like you're far away.
So, two things there. Ziggy commented in the previous game he didn't want young women conducting maintenance on him. It makes him uncomfortable. That's what Dr. Mizrahi was commenting on.
Oh yeah, I forgot that he mentioned that. I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't know. Something, it just makes him uncomfortable. But yeah. And then the other thing was, I believe, before we knew the name of her daughter, her late daughter, you mentioned that her name was probably Sakura during episode 1.
I don't know if I
remember it very distinctly because I'm like, he's right again. Damn it.
Okay, well, I don't think I intentionally connected dots of their daughter being Sakura.
Right.
As much as I was just joking about how Momo is just Cardcaptor Sakura.
Right.
In
exactly.
form. But
right.
that's really funny. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, indeed.
Sorry, I promise I don't do it on purpose.
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, man. Oh, I gotta read this. Sorry, I'm off in my own little world.
Oh,
just
because
we were talking.
Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go to the analysis room. Let's get your act together. No.
The analysis room. Ah. Go. And yep, you have to go around either way. Not too bad. Why did they design this room like this? All right, so we got to talk to the guy blocking the door here. Hey, buddy.
I apologize for the wait. Preparations for the analysis are now complete. Are you ready?
Yep.
Then please go in.
All right.
Just relax, okay, Momo? This is just the initial preparation for the analysis.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
I need you to calm down. Ah.
You know, I'm a self-adjusting model. I've never had maintenance like this before. So, I guess this is what it feels like when you do it, Ziggy.
Don't worry. There's nothing to be afraid of.
We will be shutting down your artificial personality layer during the analysis. Your artificial emotion and abstract cognitive functions will temporarily cease to function, but please do not be alarmed. Artificial emotion? Since your artificial personality is an option for interpersonal interaction, this procedure will have no effect on your observational functions. My heart is just an optional function?
Momo.
Personality sleep mode activated. Shutting down.
A little disturbing.
Mm-hmm. Momo's heart is optional. Totally normal. What?
What? Say what now?
So, how is it going?
They're having a pretty hard time preparing for Momo's analysis. As if the protection on her wasn't complex enough, some of her roots were damaged in that last hacking attempt.
I see. So, her personality layer's deactivated.
Yeah. It's kind of painful. Like we're doing something terrible to her. It reminds me of when we were on Old Milsha, kept on constant meds. I felt totally empty inside then. I really hated it.
Yeah.
We humans might be shameless at times, but that's still how we feel. I think if someone told me that my heart was just a fake, I'd really be hurt.
Even our hearts might be nothing more than playthings created by God.
Little Master, are you sure you don't want to be here?
I can't watch. I'm scared.
Little Master.
I'm a coward.
Confirmed mental barrier on 100 series prototype. Starting approach to prototype. Band secured. Opening partition. Starting count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just a little more, Momo. Just a little more and it'll be all over, okay? We'll all go someplace really fun after this.
Final barrier decode pattern decrypted. Initiating complete protection removal. Scanning trans section. All monitors are showing normal values. Stop! Electronic pulse signal is rejected. Brainwave frequency
Momo,
is increasing.
what is it? What are you trying to say?
Continuing approach to barrier 15.
It's...
Executing rescan.
Trap!
This can't...
Interference is manifesting from unobservable space.
Barrier logic destruction 68%. Emergency cutoff. Cutoff refused. A terminal has been opened to the UMN network, unable to determine the intrusion route.
Multiple axon connections advancing within the subconscious domain. A large-scale holographic network is being established.
Start rescanning transfection.
Dr. Mizrahi, what's happening?
No wonder we didn't find anything. We were analyzing each system separately. Each layer itself is a low-resolution fragment, like scattered bits of memories. It's only when they all become active at once that the whole image comes together. Joachim's pulled off a grand trompe-l'oeil. Try the cutoff again. Re-establish defensive logic against the external hack attempt.
Right. Attempting to restart defensive logic. Denied.
Momo!
Momo! I'm sorry. I didn't know.
No, this is...
There's a self-expanding trap in there. This isn't one of Joachim's designs. Something recent. Probably planted during the intrusion at the Song of Nephilim.
This is Albedo's work.
20 seconds to defense logic failure. We're running the risk of complete data leakage.
What are you doing, Dr. Mizrahi?
I'm using the emergency control code and destroying the data.
You can't. If you do that, Momo will...
You have a better idea. We cannot allow the Y data to fall into the enemy hands under any circumstance.
Dr. Mizrahi!
There's an interference of defense logic from within the system. Switching logic mode. Mode switched. Barriers are erected. I'm unable to re-execute.
Momo.
The network is opening its own barrier. It's not responding to our control. Can't you cut it off?
Dr. Mizrahi, the holographic network has begun to disrupt. The expanded data is disappearing.
What? But I didn't.
Emergency code is rejected. I'm unable to cut it off. Brainwave.
What's going on?
It's Momo. She's cutting her own neural pathways to disperse her memory. She's destroying her own mind to protect the data that Joachim entrusted to her.
What?
Links to the network are being cut off.
Momo!
The 100 series prototype has shut down!
Momo!
So, I trust you like my gift.
Albedo.
Looks like Lapesh managed to protect Mizrahi's legacy with her own body. How very brave. However, no matter how charged, in the end, she's nothing more than a puppet. A puppet.
Oh, he's still the worst.
To make her human, believing all of Mizrahi's rubbish.
What? A puppet? Dr. Mizrahi, is she...
It's all right. I won't let her die. Injecting nano-unit restoration. Ready 12 device activator. This time, I will save her. I swear it.
Oh no! Poor Momo.
I'm so sorry. We were right there and we still let this happen to her.
Her basic functions have recovered. Though she avoided death, her neural network, the rough equivalent of her brain, has been completely shattered to pieces. We need the expertise of Vector's 3rd Division if we stand any chance of recovering the Y data. This crisis isn't just 2nd Miltia's problem anymore. On behalf of the entire government, I am hereby requesting your official assistance.
Momo. All this to protect her father's wishes. Very well. We would be honored to assist you. Besides, Momo is a close friend.
This is terrible. I think it's going to take a while to get help from 3rd Division. I hope Momo will be alright until then. Alan, can I get you to arrange the equipment transfer from 3rd Division? Huh? Sure, no problem, but are you planning on... Yeah, I'm going to go. I can't just sit here and wait. I knew it. Just so you know, you'll be exceeding your authority. I don't think that's a good idea. Don't worry, I'll take the blame. Nothing will happen to you. Thanks for your help, then. Hey, wait, Chief!
Alan, what's the matter?
Chief, please don't do anything reckless. That's all Shion knows how to do. Reckless.
Yeah, pretty much. So we are back with Shion for the moment. A couple things about the scenes we just watched. For one, I didn't know what a trompe-l'oeil was the first time I played through this game. So it is a French term. Basically directly translates to deceive the eye, and it's an artistic term meant to, it's basically a highly realistic optical illusion of 3-dimensional space and objects on a 2-dimensional space. So it's a very fancy optical illusion, basically is what it is. So yeah, it has to do with a lot of what was going on there, where a holographic network was being created, and it was a self-expanding, basically consider it like almost like a malware virus attack that got put in her, that once they took the security down, it was designed to activate, and it was for Albedo's purposes. So of course he's after the data as well.
Right. Yeah, I wasn't entirely sure what was happening, because it seemed like it was affecting the other 100 series as well. Was that like across the board?
Right.
Like were all 100 series affected?
Right. Yes, I think so. I don't know if every single one, but at least the ones that were kind of connected into the process there. Because they're on like terminals and stuff, but they're also connected into the processing data as well. So it disrupted them too. Yeah, so the other thing that was interesting, I don't know if you noticed, some of the screens, when it went into red static, there was an X on the screen. Looks a lot like, you know, the old Xenogears logo. Of course, Xenosaga as well. And then there was something, oh yeah, when Junior was leaving, he called himself a coward. I just wanted to point that out as an interesting moment. Should bring you back to Xenogears a little bit. You know, Faye calling himself a coward.
Right.
Very interesting.
Chief?
Alan?
Chief, wait up. Alan? I went ahead and ordered the equipment from 3rd Division. They asked what we intended to do with it, so I explained it to them. Hey, didn't I tell you I'd go myself? It's alright. By the time 3rd Division arrives, our work should be complete. Alan. Please don't say you'll go by yourself. I'll go with you. Alright, let's hurry.
Alright.
Chief, I can't pine after you if you're not near me. I have to hurry. It'll be right there. I'll be right there, Momo.
After I finish the GS campaign. Alright, so we do have Alan has joined the cargo. He's down there next to the time there. Extra, Alan. He's hanging out with us.
Ah, yes. The good old paid extras.
Yup. So we are going to go back to Jin's house for now.
So, go to the Uzuki Residence? Yes!
Yeah!
So, to protect the data, Momo shattered her own mind.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she was essentially trying to disperse her consciousness because her consciousness is intertwined with the Y data and, you know, all the other information. That's what Yulia was saying, was it's a whole, basically the data is, it's encrypted within her memories and her consciousness, and so she was trying to disperse it to protect it, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Because they said something about parts of a whole, fragmented parts.
Right.
So are they talking about like her personality layer, her heart, quote unquote, her mind, like all those are together containers of the Y data rather than trying to track each one individually? Or is it more widespread than that, like where it's like Momo is the prototype who has the most of it, but like do other 100 series also have pieces of that data that have to be worked together?
So what they were talking about was they did a full analysis of Momo before connecting her and disabling her security in order to get at the data. They analyzed each system separately. So all the layers of her OS, for lack of a better way of putting it, were analyzed. Okay. Her programs, her personality layer, her observational functions, all of that.
Gotcha.
But combining it all together is where basically there were pieces of things that seemed to be inconspicuous or did not show up in a scan. But once they were combined, that's when the trap was sprung. And that happened when the security was brought down, because
understood,
they deactivated some stuff, but still, like, the components were there and everything. So
okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Bookstore. Let's see, are you who I talked to? Yeah, I think so. It's Jun.
I'm in hot water now. I done messed up the master's bookshelves. I want to put them back proper, but I don't get how they get together. Could you do it for me?
Yes.
Really? Thanks a bunch.
You're welcome.
These bookshelves are strange.
Yes, they are.
Let me tell you about the bookshelves. These bookshelves got both vertical and horizontal patterns. Use the left analog stick or the directional buttons to move the bookshelves and line up the vertical and horizontal patterns. If you give up, press X. Well, tell me when you're ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Ready.
You ready? Then let me tell you about the bookshelves.
You already said
These bookshelves got both very...
You said all the... all right.
Just give it a go. The time limit's 3 minutes. Ready to go.
Ready to go. Okay. So we have to match up.
Go.
the kanji. Let me see. Why is it?
Oh, the symbols. Okay.
Yeah, this is. That's
Oh,
weird.
and the numbers too. Okay.
Doesn't seem to want to let me do anything. This is very weird. Hold on a second.
Game being weird.
Yeah, I don't. That didn't help. Wow. Let's see. Let me see if I'm doing this right. I can pause.
Well, that's not great.
No.
Oh no.
Just press every button, shall we? Oh, here we go. All right. I see. So was it that one?
Is it like a combination of buttons you're having to do?
Uh-huh. Wow, that's really weird. Okay. Yeah, so basically I have to hold one of the control sticks and then use the other one. I have to hold one of them in a specific direction. That doesn't seem intended to me. Anyway. I may not get there this time. Go ahead.
Oh, so you had to, like, say move the left stick the direction you're wanting the...
No. No, any direction. Any direction on the bottom stick, on the right stick, and then I use the left stick to move the shelves.
Weird.
Yeah. And gonna work, is it? Let's see. Let's do that. I'm probably gonna run out of time here, but fortunately this isn't the timed section yet. Okay, I see what we gotta do here.
Yeah, now I just gotta fix your red.
Wrong with the red.
It's got 1 3 or it's 2 3 1 at the top there.
Oh, I wasn't okay.
You weren't paying attention to it, but everything else was right except for your red layer. So I don't know.
Yep, that's fine. Okay, so it's difficult.
Difícil.
Yeah, we're just gonna start it over. Very strange control scheme there. So we'll try it again.
2, 1, time up.
Time up. Game over.
Man.
Game over, man.
Let's do it again. All right, now I should be able to do it. Okay.
Ready? Go.
All right, so we got to get that one all the way up. Yeah, so this mini game, you're able to do it a couple of more times after the campaign is done, and we get some good rewards. I may come back to it depending on how much of a pain this is. Okay, let's go ahead and move that. Puts 3 over there.
Yeah, if we didn't have to arrange the numbers, it wouldn't be as bad, I think.
Yeah, I've never been great with these sorts of mini games. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna have to put that over there for the moment.
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then yellow is down there. Actually, that's not so bad. Let's see. Yeah, this is gonna be... I'm gonna have to rearrange it. Actually, yeah. Nope. Ah! Ugh. Nope. Okay. Okay, 3, 2, 1. This'll work. Yeah, they're in reverse order now, so. See what I'm doing?
Yep, I see it.
Whoop, that's not right.
I don't know ever how to suggest for these particular kind of situations, because, like, there's really several ways to do it.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! Master ain't gonna yell at me now. I'm gonna give you a reward. It's some sort of key. Take it.
Thank you. Succeeded!
Oh, man.
Decoder 1.
Yeah. Oh, they get bigger. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a little extra.
Double tech.
You can now use the double attack Archangel's Requiem. Archangel's Requiem is a double attack for Junior and Shion.
Yeah, so yeah, we can do this a little bit more in order to get some other things, some class upgrade C's and skill upgrade D's. We are going to do it, but I don't think I'm going to do it right now because it's just going to be like a lot of minigame stuff.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get rid of the other. Oh, okay. Obstacle.
There's a pond.
There's another obstacle
near the pond.
Thought I dealt with this already. What obstacle are they talking about?
Could it be the bench?
Here we go.
So I destroyed all of the... I don't know. That's weird. All right. Near the pond to the right of the entrance. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Helps if you're able to read.
Yeah, it happens.
Interesting. Right of the entrance.
Is this the entrance?
Near the pond, to the right of the entrance. Yeah, it depends on what in Jin's house means. So, let's look here. Nope. Maybe that? Ah, there it is.
There you go.
Segment address number 9. I don't think we can go in there yet. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So yeah, let's go do GS campaign number 25 next.
Gotta go to the first sector.
Ooh boy. Yeah, and that should have been, what was that, number 5?
Yep.
Yeah, number 5. So now we're gonna go do number 25.
Which can be failed if you don't pay attention.
Where is the first sector?
Right here in the center.
Just the center here. Yeah, that's right. It's first and second sector. So we'll go to the sector 1.
Yep. Go where the save point is. There's the stairs behind the save point.
Yeah, it's a good idea to save.
Ballet building.
Considering we have been playing for about an hour and I have not saved yet. So let's go ahead and save. Oh no, I saved with Chaos. That's right. Still, that was a lot of cutscenes.
It was. A lot to process.
Yep. Ballet building.
Yep.
But yeah, we'll get all the stuff between episodes from those bookshelves. I'm probably going to look into why the controls are so weird, too.
You could do that if you really wanted.
I could. Hey.
Oh, you'd listen to an old woman?
Of course. I mean, no, failed. Damn it.
Yeah, right. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about whether I've lived a happy life. I mean, I don't think it's been an unhappy one, but it's just I don't have any family, and I feel a bit sad thinking about this room will be my final home. If I'm going to pass away without knowing whether the choices I made were right or wrong, then I want to go on stage much more. If I take to the stage one last time, I'm sure I could tell whether I've done the right things with my life. I wonder if there's anyone who could help with this old ballerina.
I'll help.
I'll help. Really, you'll help me?
Uh-huh.
Diddle-doo-doo.
Diddle-doo.
Some items that are very dear to me wound up in the hands of people in this city. I wonder if you could find them and bring them back to me. I don't need many of them in order to relive my past. Even one or two would bring back some memories, but if I had more, I could truly dance again.
Oh, we'll get them all for you.
We got to.
All right, so we're gonna head to second sector and start picking some stuff up.
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. I like the music at Jen's house a lot more.
It's very playful.
Yeah, the rewards for this one are good as well. Going up. Go to the publishing agency. I guess this is the person. Hey. Yeah, Anila.
Do you have business with me?
Yes.
A revival project for Stella Sky? If that's true, then my company would make a huge profit. All right, my company will lend you Stella Sky's hairpin.
Well, thanks.
You obtain Stella's hairpin.
All right, so we're gonna go down here.
Do stuff and things.
Uh-huh. Let's see. 2 people. I think over here. Interesting. Yolanda.
Yolanda, what's up? I came all the way here to militia. Ooh, boy. I came all the way here from Milsha, from the Foundation, in order to buy a paper book for my nephew. I can't read.
Tess. Oh, here we go.
What? Stella's going to go on stage once again? So you want me to lend you her shoes? Okay, I'll trust my treasured Stella shoes to you.
Thank you.
Why? I have so many questions, like, why do people have all these random things for this ballerina? And
I don't know.
Also, why are they just carrying them around?
They just have them. This one's even, is it?
Miss Milsha, I'd almost given up on that dream, but I can feel the passion stirring inside me again.
Is that? Hey. Hey. Rachel. Yeah, that's it.
Grandma Stella's revival? Oh, then I guess I should give back Grandma Stella's corset that I got from Mommy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got her corset. So that's all you need is the hairpin, the shoes, and the corset. Apparently you can complete it without all 3, but I think you get less rewards for it. So you don't want to do that.
Right.
Hello. Goodbye.
Do you like my hat? I do not like your hat. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Go, dogs, go.
Get down here.
Hey, you went down the right one. Good job.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. So you can fail if you don't bring her all of them, but I think you get the same rewards. It's just, I just want to succeed. I want to succeed. All right.
Gotta succeed in everything.
Yeah. This was in here, right? Yeah. No. Ballet building. Never remember what I'm doing. Ah! Alright. Go down here. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, and go up this way. I like this futuristic city, though. It's cool. Like, big giant screens and stuff. I remember, too, this came out at a time before certain advancements. Like, here in 2025, this looks a little less futuristic. It's a funny thing about sci-fi.
Yeah. Which I want to point out, rather, not point out, it's not the right word for it. Oh my, you really found 3?
Yeah.
Doodle-doo.
Doodle-doo. Success.
It's not much, but please take this as a token of my gratitude.
Class upgrade C ×2.
Nice. Now then, I think I'll practice dancing for the first time in decades. Oh, I forgot. Here, take these too if you want.
Thank you. Chaos's
swimsuit.
And Shion's swimsuit.
Why do you have Chaos's anyway? They're props I used a long time ago. I won't be of use to them anymore, so I'll give them to you. Of course, if you don't need them, you don't have to use them.
But we want skill points. Anyway, you were going to point out something?
Oh, yeah, that there was, I mean, Junior was awed by the fact that the Uzuki Residence is made of wood.
Yes.
Which seems like silly from our perspective in a modern world. Like, of course it's made with wood. What are you talking about? But like, it's a nice little head nod to the reality that they don't live in an environment where wood is a common material.
Right.
Like, that's what makes Moby Dick such an interesting bar too, because the inside is like wood paneling and much more like traditional looking like bar.
Indeed.
So I appreciated that little like acknowledgement that this is something that might happen should science advance far enough, right?
What has science done? Yeah, indeed. Science and just generally available materials.
Right. Because you can make,
economically speaking, you know.
Right. Artificial metals and stuff that are cheaper to make, for instance, than using wooded resources.
Right.
And we also don't know how rare wood is.
Indeed.
Anymore.
It's true. We are going up to the Kukai Foundation for GS campaign number 19 at the moment, so we are going to head up to Sector 27. The East 6 entrance. And this is the last GS campaign we need to do before going back to the main story.
Right. So no worries. It won't be another episode dedicated entirely to side quests today.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we got a good bit of story, and these side quests are good because we get some really good stuff from them. Having swimsuits for everybody will help with skill point grinding as well, because you just get much more skill points for running around with those. And in random battles, it's not as dangerous. In boss fights, it's probably good to just not use swimsuits because it compromises your defense, and some of the bosses in this game hit pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
I will go to the urban area.
The urban area?
This is the urban area.
There's a place near, well, it used to be near where my mom used to live, called Urban Air. And it's like a place that's got like the big foam bricks and like a pit that you can jump into, and it's got like the trampolines and stuff.
Yeah, I've heard of that place.
Yeah, so that's what it made me think of when you said urban area.
Urban Air, yeah.
Urban Air, yeah.
Area. Yep. Okay, so to do this, apparently you need to have seen the scenes at Moby Dick's and at Jen's house. But apparently there's some speculation that it's possible to trigger and finish this campaign with Junior and Chaos even before going to Jen's house.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it's fine. Just do it before you get into the dungeon here. This is a fine time to do it.
Yup.
So we gotta talk to King. I think is this person. No, that's Chris.
He looks like a king, I guess. I heard LeVere started a clothing rental service.
Oh boy, thanks for the information. All right, we're gonna go in here. See, this is the other problem I'm having. What do you mean by East 6 entrance? Do you mean in front of it? Do you mean here? Yeah, so this is what they meant. Go inside and talk to him immediately.
Oh my, it's incredible how news travels. You've come here because you're worried about Josephine's condition too, right, dear? What? That's not why you're here. So you bastards are just here to goof around then? Is that it, huh?
I mean, yeah.
What? That's not it either? Then you really are worried about Josephine, aren't you? Yes, my cootsy wootsy fuzzy wuzzy kitty cat. Josephine has been feeling down in the dumps lately. I think he's caught a little cold. I'd really like to have a witty doctor take a look at him. A witty doctor? Okay. But there aren't any veterinarians on the Foundation, and so I have a favor to ask you, dear. Could you please find a doctor somewhere and bring him here to see my precious Josephine? Pretty please with sugar on top.
Yes.
Really? Oh, you're such a doll. Mwah.
Okay.
I don't know if there's a veterinarian or not, but I heard there's a doctor who gives fabulous nano treatments on Second Milsha. You might want to check him out, dear.
So now we have to go back to frickin' Second Milsha.
Can I just say your outfit is fabulous?
That drip.
The straight Rizzler. Alright, anyway.
I think I can leave by just continuing to go left here, if I remember right. The Smile Bakery! There's Lavar. I was right. Alright, so now we have to go back. I really do wish, like, I feel like if this game released nowadays, it might have better fast travel systems, because this certainly feels like a relic of its time.
Sure, yeah.
It's not terrible, but it's certainly not great, you know? It's kind of annoying to run back and forth like this. So we're on the Kukai Foundation, you have to go to the Durandal, and then you have to take the shuttle from the Durandal. It's just like, okay.
But it's still not as rough as Dragoon.
Yep. Dragoon's worse with fast travel, that's for sure, once you finally get it.
Just spend 2/3 of our game in the Barrens trying to go from one place to the other.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't get fast travel until like the very end of the game, and then you kind
What's the point?
Don't use it very much. Like I used a little bit off screen during our playthrough, so it is good to have, but it's also like they only give it to you when there's no other choice. Otherwise, you just have to run through areas a bunch of times.
Right, and even then it's limited, so you still have to go to like sections, and then you still have to run through places to get to where you want to go.
Exactly.
Window. There it goes. Maybe it was just loading weird.
Yeah, when you skip the cutscene, it kind of freezes up for a second.
Gotcha.
Good looking out.
Look at that kid, though. He's like...
He's having a blast.
He is.
Life is good!
Right. Going to the First Sector Hospital.
Hospital?
And we're going to look for Dr. Harad.
I will find Dr. Harad.
You should. You should find him.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
Do it. I dare you.
I like to save frequently during these, just in case I screw something up.
Sure.
Excuse me.
She's like, I'm looking at my shoe. Leave me alone.
Isn't my shoe awesome?
Yep.
Yep.
I think it's funny that they gave Xion a heel sound for her shoes that are clearly flats.
Yeah.
They're like loafers type of flats, so they don't even have a heel on them.
Clunk, clunk, clunk. Are you Dr. Harad? Yep, there you go.
What? A house call to the Foundation. Who's the patient? Uh-huh. What? A cat? You may not know this, but I'm allergic to cats. Do I have to go? Yes.
Force him to go.
All right, let's go. So where's the patient? We just said it was on Foundation.
King's hideout on the Foundation.
Gee, you mean from that infamous gang? Okay, let's go. I need to get some things ready, so head back to the patient without me.
Okay. Yeah, so that's, excuse me, so that's all you need to do. So then we have to go back to the freaking Kukai Foundation and talk to King again to complete the quest. And then we're gonna come back here. Why am I sitting on shuttles the whole game? Oh my god. Yeah. I will say I enjoyed this game a lot more when I'm in dungeons than running around doing this stuff.
Yeah, fair enough.
It is important to do all of this, but they do make some rather annoying minigames and annoying fetch quests as far as the general game structure. But I'm not the audience for minigames, despite playing a lot of JRPGs, turn-based RPGs.
Yeah.
I just don't like minigames very much.
My favorite kind of side quests are the type that give you narrative that's not necessary, but enriches the world that you live in.
Yeah.
I
like
that's
ones...
a pretty broad stroke, you know, but still.
It is. I like ones with big bosses in them, optional bosses. Those are my favorite. They've always been my favorite side quests.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go fight Ultima Weapon over here, you know, like cool, that'll be fun.
You can have a little bit of both though.
You can.
So having optional bosses is fun, and then having quests that enrich narrative and also have giant optional bosses is also fun.
Yeah, and you know, getting new equipment, getting new, summons or magic or weapons or whatever, whatever counts as equipment in your game.
Yeah, I feel like those where the rewards feel like they're worth it are the best ones.
Yeah, worthwhile rewards.
I'm fine with occasional fetch quests, but when the game is like predominantly fetch quests, which this is probably going to cause some enemies, but this is part of my problem with 15, is a lot of its side quests are pretty much the same thing in every sector.
Yeah.
So it's like,
that's what I've heard. Like it's very much leaning into a lot of the trends with like you're cooking food, it's open world, you're doing all this stuff, and then there's a lot of fetch quests and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I get you're trying to fill in the world, but I feel like if your way to fill in the world is just to have 30 variations of the same quest, maybe just make the world a little smaller and a little more intimate and focus on the narrative and stuff like that,
Yeah, I agree.
But I think you and I have both commented plenty on our view on like open world approaches to stuff. So
indeed.
I won't beat that dead horse.
Oh, please do though.
I'll leave it at I don't hate open world games, but I do think the formula needs to be adjusted.
I hate them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't. I'm joking. They annoy me a little bit, but I've played several open world games that I like. So
yeah.
There he is.
They just need to be not the only type of game that exists.
Great.
Oh, he really brought a great doctor. Did you hear what was wrong with Josephine? Turns out he was actually suffering from a false pregnancy. Please.
Success!
How is King the leader of some like major gang and this playful, whimsical person?
No idea.
Oh my, I've been so happy and sad and all. I've forgotten to give you dear as a reward. Please take this.
Thank you.
That's a good revive item too.
Yep.
You saved little Josephine's life. That means the same thing as saving my own life. If you're ever in trouble, sweetie, you just let me know. I'll help you out.
Thank you.
Me and my biker gangs will beat them up, whatever you need.
What do you have to say?
Josephine is suffering from a stomachache of unknown cause.
All right, that's nice. So...
Oh, boy.
Before going to the next major story area, which we're right on top of it. Basically, if we go to the UMN Center, there will be a bunch of cutscenes, and then we'll end up in the next dungeon, basically. Really, the first dungeon of this game. I don't really count the prologue, but the first major dungeon of this game. I'd suggest doing all of these. At the very least, though, if you're like, I don't care about this, at least do this one. The first one.
Yes.
Do this one. Get Psycho Pocket. You're gonna want it. Like, definitely get it. I like doing all of them because you get so much good stuff. You get so much stronger by doing it that I just recommend doing it. But I think these are all the ones that are doable before we continue with the story.
Right. And if you don't do it, you won't have access to Psycho Pocket for a long while. So it's definitely worth doing.
Yeah, this game is 2 discs. We're talking well into disc 2 will be your next opportunity to get it. So, yeah, I mean, I know it's annoying, like, oh man, there's an emergency. Hold on, let me do some side quests. You know. But in this case, I definitely feel that it is justified to do all of these side quests. I think you're going to want to do it.
Going to brutally take advantage of cinematic timing.
Yeah. Yeah, we are heavily abusing cinematic timing at the moment.
Yep. That's fine, though.
Yeah. But the only other thing we have available to do before we go back, before we head into the story scene, is the book game. So I'm going to go ahead and head back 2 second Milsha. And then, yeah, we've got any closing comments here. I think we're about 10 minutes from time here, so I'll probably do a little bit of that as we're closing things out here.
Yeah.
But next time, we're definitely going to be jumping into the first major dungeon, so don't miss it for sure.
Yeah. All right, so I guess some questions, observations from our time in the narrative today, which has been little and yet very impactful.
Mm-hmm.
Is clearly Xian and Jin are butting heads, and it seems like the biggest part of that tension has to do with their parents' death. And
yeah, it's a big source of tension with them.
Right, and whether or not Xian truly believes it, there's an aspect of her that blames Jin for their death.
Right.
Because I'm assuming this is while he was still in the military, and I guess I mean, I'm sure we'll get more details, but my assumption is something along the lines of, you know, you should have prioritized us and you didn't because of insert reason. Which is kind of what we get a hint at, but not in detail.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, we get a bit of a hint of that being a thing. I'm gonna save over here before we do this. Yeah, I mean, Xian also mentioned that their graves are empty. They both know where their parents are, which would assume, presumably, she means the remains of their parents. So they were either they're just gone, or they died in a place where they could not be buried.
Right.
So there's just some like hints of like what exactly happened to their family.
Right. Well, and there's an implication that Xian was there and Jin wasn't. So she was present during their death, which is part of her trauma.
For sure.
And I think we saw a bit of that in Xenosaga 1, I feel like.
Yes.
But not really like the full details. I think it's very interesting that they brought up Pleroma, because that was a big point.
Yeah.
And it's been destroyed at this point.
Yeah, Pleroma is gone at this point.
So that's something interesting to contend with.
Yeah, absolutely it is.
Why are these shelves built this way? Like, who thought this was a good idea?
Someone with not a lot of sense when it comes to like building stuff like this, for sure.
I guess.
Yeah, like
ugh. Anyway, but it also led to the reveal of a new higher up known as Sellers. I think he referred to him as Commander.
Yes,
so,
Commander Sellers. Yeah.
There's a lot of like, there's this old guy in charge, but we're gonna just kind of placate the old man and then do our own thing. Is kind of what it feels like. Yes,
and if you recall, Margulis was interacting with His Holiness previously.
Right, yeah. This is the Patriarch, is who I'm assuming they're talking about, is the same old man that Margulis interacted with previously.
Yeah, and if you remember, he was also like, "Can I trust you?" Like, "Of course, Your Holiness," you know.
Yeah, I would never betray you, never.
Margulis isn't a villain, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that dynamic's very interesting. It feels a little bit a little bit like Emperor Cain and the Digimon.
A little bit, yeah.
Dynamically. So I'm not really sure what to make of that just yet, but Pleroma being destroyed, and he called it a relic, which I find interesting as well. Like, what was special about Pleroma in that regard?
Yeah, and as a reminder, Pleroma is a word that means essentially the emanation of God, or the emanation of the divine.
Right.
It's a Gnostic term. Which if you play Megaton games, you may have seen it as well, that specific term. It's not right. So yeah, but it is very interesting they destroyed it. There's talk of relics. The other talk of relic was when they were discussing ES units as 1,000-year-old relics, right?
That's true, yeah.
I don't think this is right. I think I need to go up this way.
It's the reverse order.
Yeah. This is starting to get... Ugh. Stupid bookshelf games. I hate mini games. This is why I hate mini games.
You're pretty close.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's just backwards at this point. How do I unbackwards this?
I don't know.
It's okay.
If you had left it in the row that it was and just like rotated it the other direction, it might have helped, but I don't know.
Stupid mini games. All right.
Let's see what else. Just observations mostly.
Yeah, of course.
I think it's interesting that, and it's probably part of the tension, maybe in a response to the fighting with each other. But
right.
Jin seems to hold a very traditional mindset as far as like socially how to handle things and how to live your life, right? Because their house is in a very traditional setup.
Oh yeah.
He talks about visiting, your family's grave, putting flowers, that kind of thing. And of course, she doesn't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, she is not that way at all. She's like,
right.
No.
She's very modern.
Right.
Which it's like opposing viewpoints that neither of which are better than the other, but they are there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I always thought their dynamic was a little fascinating. Especially considering Jin is, of course, he's Citan coded, shall we say.
Yeah, legally distinct Citan.
Yeah. And he's got the Uzuki name, which played Xenogears, major spoilers, we learn all about the name Citan Uzuki and why it's not a very good idea to trust that is necessarily his name. All right, I'm not going to succeed at this, but I got close, so.
You did get very close.
Yeah, so this mini game goes from the 3x3 that we already did to a 4x4 and then a 5x5 and then a 6x6.
5, 4, 3.
Rough.
Thank you.
2.
Thank you.
1.
Thank you.
Time up.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me know. I wasn't aware.
He says game over every time, you fool. Okay. Yeah, of course I gave up.
Why is this a game, June? Why aren't you doing your job? Why am I doing your job for you?
You rearrange the bookshelves. Why are there arbitrary time limits? You just want them rearranged, right? Yeah, and you can sort of see them over here too, so.
Yeah.
I think you can see them, like, what their status is. Like, it's relatively able to see, because those are in order. I don't know where the 4x4 one is. It might be this one, but anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jin is interesting. In my experience, you either really like Jin or you do not like him at all, as far as people's opinion of the character. I enjoy him. He doesn't get a lot of use from me in this game in general, but that's because I have a very strong opinion of my favorite party. But he's good. He's not bad, honestly.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Yeah. Any other? I love the music in this area. It's very cool music.
I have nowhere to take this right now, but the flashback of Ziggy seeing like some dude standing over what I assume is the remains of his son is wild, and I don't know if that's addressed in Piper or if it's something that's addressed here or what, but I'm very curious about that.
So to be explicit about what that was a flashback, obviously. It's memory that he still has, and it is about He was seeing, you know, his son, right, the remains of his son, with a guy in a black robe standing over it, and you can see a little bit of the side profile of the face. His son lived like 100 years ago, which is when Pied Piper is set. But does it get addressed? Yes. It's just not as comprehensive. Like Ziggy's backstory, if you want his backstory, Pied Piper is the place to go to get it. And unfortunately, it's not around anymore. It's got a rough translation going and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's tough.
So we'll get a little bit more information on that, but that might be something we dig into explicitly, I guess, at some point if necessary as well.
Yeah, and of course he was relating with Dr. Yulia Mizrahi, you know, saying, hey, you know, like, what would you do if your child was dead, kind of thing. All of that, you know, like they both have children who have died. And so, you know, he's thinking of his past as well. And you could kind of see his pain in that moment. Like, why would he try to end his life? Or why would he want the remains of his humanity destroyed by being turned into a cyborg? I mean, this is why he's a man carrying a lot of pain. So yeah. I mean, while I don't condone self-elimination, I do understand that level of depression to some degree. Right.
And I mean, I don't even know how I would handle myself if anything happened to my kids, especially something so traumatic like that. So judgment withheld, you know, on that choice. And then the subsequent cyborgification after that, it's rough.
Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, then we'll leave it there. If you guys have any thoughts or comments, feel free to add them to the comment section below. We'll happily interact with them, and whether we address them in a subsequent video or directly in the comments, we love interacting with you guys. So please like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. It really helps us out. Outside of that, thank you so much for letting us be a part of your day. We are so glad we get to be here with you, and we do hope it's a wonderful one, and we will see you all in the next episode.
See you next time.
Bye-bye now.
Diddly diddly do 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 do. Thanks for watching.